Kling just dropped version 3.0, and honestly, this might be the biggest upgrade we've seen in AI video generation this year. Multi-shot sequences in a single generation, native audio with actual lip sync, 15-second continuous clips without the usual AI chaos. I've been testing this inside Higgsfield, and there are things happening here that weren't possible even a month ago. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So, Kling 3.0 just launched on Higgsfield, and if you haven't used this platform before, Higgsfield is basically a creator-focused interface that gives you access to the latest Kling models without the usual friction. What makes this release different from the usual 0.5 upgrades we see? 3 things caught my attention immediately. First, unified multimodal workflow. Text to video, image to video, reference to video. It's all trained together in one model now. That means better coherence, better control. Second, multi-shot generation. You can generate actual sequences with scene flow, shot sizes, and transitions in one run. And third, native audio that actually works. We're talking character-level dialogue control with real lip sync. Let's actually test all of this. All right, so here's the Higgsfield interface. Clean, straightforward, nothing overwhelming. You've got your generation options right here, text to video, image to video, and this is where Kling 3.0 lives. What I appreciate about this setup is everything's accessible from one place. No jumping between different tools or workflows. Let me start with something simple to show you the baseline quality we're working with. I'm going to prompt something that would typically break older models. Let's do a tracking shot with a character walking through a busy street, camera following from behind, then swinging around to face them. Camera movement, plus character consistency, plus environmental complexity. This is usually where AI video falls apart. The generation times here are reasonable. And what's happening under the hood is the model is managing all these elements, the character, the camera path, the background, as one unified system instead of separate processes fighting each other. Okay, let's see what we got. Look at that camera movement, that swing around to face the character. The face stays consistent, the motion is smooth, and the background doesn't turn into abstract soup. This is what they mean by element consistency. The model locks onto the main subject and maintains it through complex camera work. Let me try something else. This time I want to test the text rendering, because that's historically been a nightmare for AI video. Readable text in AI video has been basically impossible until very recently. Let's see how Kling 3.0 handles it. See that? The text actually holds together. It's not perfect, we're not at photorealistic yet, but it's legible, it's stable, and it doesn't melt into gibberish halfway through. Now, let's get into the more advanced stuff. Image to video with Kling 3.0 has this enhanced element consistency feature. I'm uploading this image, and what the model should do is preserve the core visual traits while adding motion and life to it. The fidelity here is noticeably better than what we had before. Zooms, pans, camera movement. The subject stays locked in. And here's the feature that genuinely surprised me: the native audio integration. You can add dialogue directly in the generation. Character level control, multilingual support, and the lip sync is actually synced. Not perfect, but way beyond what we've seen from other models. This is huge for anyone making content that needs talking characters without the usual post-production nightmare. One more thing worth mentioning: duration. Kling 3.0 supports up to 15 seconds of continuous generation. That doesn't sound like much until you realize most AI video models start losing coherence after 4 or 5 seconds. 15 seconds of maintained consistency, maintained physics, maintained character identity. That's genuinely useful for actual production work, not just demos. The model handles complex action logic across longer durations. Fight sequences, vehicle movement, multi-character interactions, things that would have been impossible to generate coherently even 6 months ago. So here's the bottom line. Kling 3.0 on Higgsfield is genuinely impressive. The unified architecture, the multi-shot capability, the audio integration, the element consistency. This is a real step forward for AI video generation. Is it perfect? No. We're still in early days, but the gap between AI video demo and actually usable footage is getting smaller fast. If you want to try this yourself, Higgsfield is running 70% off on premium plans right now. Link is in the description along with a full user guide that walks you through the best prompting techniques. I'll also pin the links in the comments so you can find everything easily. This is where AI video is heading. And honestly, it's moving faster than most people realize. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you'd want to see generated with this. I might do a follow-up testing your ideas. See you in the next one.